Are dreams just random images fired from an unconscious brain during sleep? Or something much more important, like life-saving inner guidance? How dreams can be healing and early warning tools for disease, financial crisis, or success. And love is still one of the behavioral science's greatest unanswered questions. Hello, I'm your host, author Kat O'Keefe Kanavos. Welcome to Dreaming Healing, where dreams and cutting-edge scientific research meet on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 radio network. Dreaming Healing is every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, when you can call in and ask Kat questions about your amazing dreams. Talk on air. Call toll-free 833-220-1200. That's 833-220-1200. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Welcome to Dreaming Healing on Dreamvisions 7 radio network. I'm your host, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, but my friends all call me Kat, so I hope you will too. And if you are only listening to this show tonight and you'd like to see us, because this is a live video podcast, you can go to my website, Kat the Queen of Dreams. Just type that into Google search bar. It'll take you right to my website. And up in the left-hand corner, there's a black button that says Dreamvisions 7 Radio. Click it. And it'll take you to my website page on Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network, which is the Dreaming Healing page. You'll see my picture there. And look for the little camera. I'm sorry, the little TV with a little antennae. It's really cute. Just click that and it'll take you right to the show. And you'll get to watch us and not just hear us. And you can also catch any of my past shows. The archives are also on that page. So our show tonight is going to be the Gratitude Cruise, all aboard. And imagine giving and getting thanks and gratitude on a warm cruise during the coldest of winter. Yeah, come cruise into song, dance, and dreams with us. That's what we're going to be talking about. Cruising is back. Thank goodness. I love a good cruise. It's like a hotel room, your hotel room in the hotel, going from place to place instead of you getting in your car and driving. The hotel on the water does all the driving. It doesn't get any better than that. No better than that. But first, we're going to do our clearing and our protection meditation. It's the one that I did every single night when I was going through cancer treatment for my breast cancer, because I'm a three-time breast cancer survivor. And I really believe this meditation helped keep me alive. I figured, you know, who survives breast cancer 3 times? Especially the last one, which was a 9 by 11 centimeter tumor. People don't survive that easily. And I remember thinking to myself, if I do this meditation and I die during the night, I die in a state of grace, and I'm just going to go right with the angels. And it put me in a place that was positive, so I would go to sleep. Otherwise, my inner children were like, no, we're not going to close our eyes. We're not going to close our eyes. So I'm going to share this meditation with you now. I share it on every single one of my shows. If you're new to my podcast, just follow my words, follow my voice, do as we're all doing together, and you'll love it. Okay, first thing I want you to do is get really comfortable. Close your eyes. If you're driving in the car and listening to me on the radio right now, don't close your eyes. It'll still work. Just listen. And you don't have to take your hands off the wheel. Keep them on the wheel. It'll still work, okay? Just settle down into your seat. Feel yourself sitting deeper. We're going to take 3 deep breaths together, but let's take the first one together now. Deep breath in. Imagine any negativity you may have picked up during the week getting caught in that breath of life. Blow it out. Across the room into the purple flame of Saint Germain, where it's converted immediately into beautiful golden light that shoots up through the clouds, past the moon, up into the heavens, makes a turn, a U-turn, and comes right back down into your seventh crown chakra, filling your whole body. Feel it coming down, and you're feeling so warm and comfy, down your legs, out through the bottom of your feet. It's moving at the speed of thought. Another deep breath in. Feel it filling every soul in your body with healing golden light. Blow it out across the room into the purple flame of Saint Germain. Any negativity that was in there is now gone. Goes up into the universe, into the heavens, makes that U-turn, comes right back down into your whole body, filling all of your cells with healing, golden light. One more time, deep breath in. Any negativity that haunts you from your childhood gets caught, that breath of life. Blow it out. It's gone into the purple flame of Saint Germain. It shoots up again into the heavens, makes that U-turn, and comes right down into your body, filling every cell with healing, golden light and energy. You feel the tingling as it passes through your body at the speed of thought. Now imagine holding in your hand something that is powerful to you. It's called a power gift. It can be your favorite flower. It can be your favorite stone. It can be your favorite pet that you shrink down in your mind. It can be anything that means love. Let's take that and use that to build a mirrored bubble, protective mirrored bubble around you that only allows that which is of the highest and best brought by your spirit guides to enter that bubble. Everything else is reflected from whence it came. We wish it so, and therefore it is. When you're ready, open your eyes. Feel yourself pulling back into your body. Listen to my voice as I tell you a little bit about our incredible guests tonight. Reverend Dr. Temple Hayes served 3 years in the U.S. Army Reserves and then became a Science of Mind minister in 1991 and an ordained Unity minister in 2007. She's described as a prophetic, mystic, and new spiritual leader. Temple is a difference maker. She's an international motivational speaker. She's a humanitarian, life rights advocate, shamanic practitioner, and president and founder of the Life Rights and Global Peace Workers. Temple has authored a number of books: The Right to Be You, How to Speak Unity, and When Did You Die? And is a contributing author to the inspiring books Crappy to Happy, Sacred Stories of Transformational Joy, Mayhem to Miracles by Sacred Stories Publishing, and shares inspiration on her podcast, The Intentional Spirit. You can learn more about her at templehays.com, and that's TempleHayes.com. And we've got Karen Drucker with us, and that's Drucker. She's a singer, songwriter, retreat leader, author, comedienne, and seeker. Karen says, I love transformation in myself as well as seeing it happen for others. When I write a song or facilitate a women's retreat, I learn and grow with each song and retreat. My main motto is, you are seen, you are heard. And you can learn more about her at KarenDrucker.com, and that's KarenDrucker. CKER.com. If you go to my website on Dreamvision 7 Radio Network, the Dreaming Healing website that you can get to from my website, their extended biographies, these were short ones, their extended biographies are hot on that page. That means that all the links that I have in their bios are pressable. You can press them and they will take you right to their websites. So you don't have to try and find them. You can just go there. So welcome to the show, Dr. Temple Hayes and Karen Drucker.
Thank you for having us.
So Temple, let's start with you. The Spirit at Sea Gratitude Cruise sounds like a breath of fresh air after COVID, when so many things were locked down and cruises, you know, they didn't exist. How and why did you come up with this idea of inviting our show hosts to be presenters on board?
Well, a number of years ago, my co-partner, Ari Boris, who lives in Manhattan, he's been putting on cruises and travel expeditions his entire life. He started when he was 20. What a brilliant idea, you know, and he heads up a travel magazine called Cruise Gourmet. So that being said, he contacted me many years ago and said, I know you love to do cruises. Would you like to pull a group of people together that collectively we can go, we can have a retreat, we can have music, we can hear different people's talents, and thus Spirit at Sea Travel was born. And I wore this jacket today intentionally. I'm impressed with my my team here with Kat and Karen. They're all dressed up. But I decided to wear this little vest because I'm telling people the only thing Southern about California right now is my accent. It is so cold here. So regardless of what time you're listening to this, our websites might be hot, but Karen and I are not. It is cold here in California, and we are just trying to get over it. But in all seriousness, I just say that some of my greatest experiences have happened being with like-minded people for 7 days. A lot of us do a weekend or, you know, do an afternoon or, you know, all of us have been around a while. And we've gone to all kind of retreats and experiences, but there's something about aligning with who we are physically, 90% water, that we're out in the middle of the ocean, just surrounded by that vibration and the fluidity of life. There is so much potential for things to shift, change, be let go of, dropped in the middle of the ocean, if you will, as far as old ideas, old beliefs, and things like that. But you also, your takeaway is you make so many great friends. And as Karen and I were talking about last week, the beauty is all the decisions are made for you. All you got to do is find out where the room is located on the ship. And usually it's floor number 4. So there you go. That's a little bit about where I'm at right now.
Oh, I love that. And you know, I know it's cold. It's cold in California now. Wait till cruise time, which is January 6th to the 13th. It's freezing there. And so those of you out there and watching the show that are living in the Midwest, even New England, January is, I think, that is the coldest month for winter. January, February, right in there. Imagine being on a warm cruise to southern Mexico, where you're going to bond with people on the cruise, especially this group, make new friends, and possibly end up cruising every single year with the same people, because the things we're going to do on this cruise are absolutely amazing. Amazing. So Karen Drucker, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kat. I appreciate being here.
So why did the idea of a cruise, a gratitude cruise, appeal to you? And what do you plan to do on board to show your gratitude?
Well, I am, sometimes people call me the gratitude queen because I have like 9,000 songs all about gratitude. I have a song called I Am So Blessed, I Am So Blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. Then I have another one, gratitude before me, gratitude behind me. So I sing about gratitude all the time. And I'm a mermaid. Just need to let you know, I'm a mermaid. So I have mermaid stuff all over my house, and I am just a water fanatic. And so I love cruising. I just love cruising. I actually produced many of my own cruises years ago, and this is why I'm thrilled about. I'll be in gratitude because Ari and Temple handle everything. Because the one thing I know when I did my own, I was having to deal with so many details and so much stuff was on my head. And now, you know, they just, I mean, Ari just gets this all together, and it's kind of like the only decisions you make are like, what should I eat now? Should I eat the dessert now? Do I order room service? Do I go to the bar?
Life is short. Eat dessert first.
Yeah, but basically, so what I'm going to do on the cruise is I'll offer a concert sometime during the week, and I think I'm going to offer a few workshops. I facilitate women's retreats primarily, but I do a lot of different workshops about a lot of different subjects. So I'll probably do a gratitude workshop and how to really embody that in your life. But you know, my main thing is connection, and that's what this cruise does. It's exactly what Temple said. It's not just a fast little weekend. It's like we get to hang out and eat and just, you know, have little drinks with umbrellas in them and just get to know each other in this way that's so relaxed. And that's what I'm looking for, connection. And that's what this cruise will bring for all of us. We need it now.
We do. Yeah. We need that connection. We've been isolated too long, and we're seeing how that has affected people. Yeah. We are herd animals, whether we want to, you know, accept the fact that we're animals or not. We are herd animals. Human beings are not isolationists. You might have some that are special, and they tend to like to be alone more. But for the most part, we are group people. We are communities. And I think that when we were locked down, it really took its toll on many of us. And now we have the opportunity to not just reconnect with old friends, but make new friends on this cruise. And we really do need to give gratitude for that. We have to, you know, be so happy to be able to do this again, because it was painful when it was taken away. It's like many things, you know, you have a pair of shoes that you really like those pair of shoes, but you haven't worn them for a really long time. And then somebody takes them away, or you lose them in a suitcase or something. And suddenly all you do is focus on how much you want those shoes again. And that's kind of what happened with the cruising. When we weren't able to cruise for the longest time, now that cruising has started back up, many of us are running to get to the cruise lines. So I'm also going to be on the cruise, and this is the paperwork for it, and it is on Temple Hayes's website. So you can go to Temple Hayes's website and see it there. It's also on my Facebook page, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, author speaker. It's pinned to the top. But just to let you know, I'm going to be doing Dreams Unmasked, and you may be able to see some of the masks behind me. This is Juxter. Juxter goes everywhere with me. He's the Joker. And one of the things that's so important about a Joker is a Joker can tell you the painful truth in a way that you can embrace. And that's what a jokester does in your dreams. And that jokester could be a fox. It could be somebody who just doesn't stop laughing the whole time they're talking to you. And so that's why all of these masks will be coming with me on the cruise. I'll have the suitcase for my clothing and the other suitcase for my masks. And we're going to be doing a workshop of Dreams Unmasked. And it's a breakthrough. It's a way to break through what's been holding you back, possibly all your life, because our dreams speak to us in signs and symbols and sometimes voices. So that's what I'm going to be working on. And then I may be doing some breakouts with some of the people who have really intense dreams, may do some dream circles. And I'd really like to see if we have authors on board, and maybe we could do a cruise book of gratitude and the stories that people can share about their gratitude and why it was important to them to actually express that gratitude. So, you know, you're both talking about Ari. So, Temple, tell me again what Ari's name is, because I think I'd like to have him on a show to talk about the cruises.
Oh, sure. He'd love to, for sure. His name is Ari, A-R-I-E, Boris, B-R-O-R-I-S. And
Okay.
yeah, he's a ham. He usually tells me to take the public up front part, but yet he's just an amazing human being. He has led people on cruises literally all over the world, whether it's high-end riverboat cruising in Europe or whether it's, you know, out of the States on large ships and things like that. So definitely he'd be great to have on the show. He's quite entertaining. And obviously he'd have to have a great personality, because that's how we all are. Karen and Temple and Kat. This is how we roll, you know.
We're
we're
going to be a group, but we do have our own space on that ship. The ship is huge. It is the Holland American Line Koenigsdam. It's not a tiny ship. It's a big ship. So there's going to be lots to do. And again, it is going to be January 6th through the 13th. And if you're listening and you just want to call up and talk to somebody to see if this is something for you, you can call the reservations line, which is Michelle, at 800-658-6869. And it is only $150 down to hold your spot. And it is completely refundable. It is a fully refundable deposit. Did I have that right, Temple?
Yeah, you did. And the thing of it is that in what we teach, you know, if you're enticed to do this, go ahead and sign up, put your name on it, use the power of the written word, and then your intention will make everything, the C's will part, in order that you can go and it will work out. But if otherwise, we are one of the few organizations that will refund your deposit, you know, for sure.
And there aren't that many organizations that will do that. Again, the number is, if you want to learn more without going to Temple's website or my Facebook.
It's on mine too.
It's on Karen
and it's
Drucker
on Karen
also.
Drucker's too. So we're we're all trying to get as many people as we can, because hey, we love to party and we want to party with you. So it's 800-658-6869. We've got to take a quick break. It's that time. It sounds like there was a kitty there. You know, I love kitties.
There's a kitty coming through. Yeah.
Letting
you know, he's singing back.
We are going to
She's a singer too. She sings too.
Doing backup vocals.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about a little bit more about cruising and how this is going to all happen. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
What if dreams can diagnose your life? What if we can meet the love of our life in dreams? Join host Kat O'Keefe Kanavos, the #1 internationally best-selling author of Dreams That Can Save Your Life, written with Duke University medical doctor Larry Burke. Dreaming Healing is where we'll explore dreams, research, and interpret dreams from you, the caller. Dreaming Healing Shows can be heard every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Are miracles real? Can you move from mayhem to miracles? 30 prominent authors say yes as they share their high fives and down lows of challenges, abuse, addiction, and love. Experience hope, the magic elixir of miracles, through the personal stories of New York Times bestselling authors James Redfield, Dr. Bernie Siegel, Sister Jenna, Reverend Temple Hayes, and many more. If you like bestsellers, chaos to clarity, and crappy to happy, you'll love crying and laughing through mayhem to miracles. Sacred stories of transformational hope. Available now on Amazon and in bookstores worldwide.
Did you know that every word you speak matters? What you say and how you say it can make or break a relationship or shift the outcome of any situation. Are your conversations making a difference? Faith in God, gratitude, authenticity, and giving are Teresa Velarde's heart. It's in this spirit that she's focused on making a difference in the lives she's blessed to touch. Conversations That Make a Difference is now on syndicated Dreamvision 7 Radio Network every Tuesday at 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Time, with live call-in shows every first and third Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern.
In a world facing annihilation, a miraculous African nun rises to become the first female pope through a web of war, murder, and betrayal. Loved by some, hated by many, she becomes the deadly target of Islamic terrorists and her own cardinals as she introduces a new vision that will either save humanity or accelerate its destruction. 4 people must race against a nuclear holocaust to learn her astonishing secret. Pope Annalisa is available at petercanova.com, Amazon, and other online booksellers and bookstores worldwide.
This is Dreamvision 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.
Welcome back to Dreaming Healing on Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. I'm your host, Kat Kanavos, but my friends all call me Kat, so you can too. I'm actually Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, but hey, that is way too big of a mouthful. So just before the break, we were talking about Spirit at Sea cruise travel, and we're talking about what we're going to be doing on the Baja, Mexico, January 6th through 13th cruise. Is round trip from San Diego. And the reason I really like that, Temple, is a lot of times when you have to fly to one destination, into one destination, and fly out of another destination, it's much more expensive. Mm-hmm. Whereas when you're flying in and out of the same one round trip ticket, it's a lot more affordable. So have you guys traveled or done cruises before? I'm going to ask that of you, Karen. Have you been on a cruise with Temple before?
I haven't done it with Temple, but I've done many cruises. I love cruising, and so I've just done some on my own, but I've also organized my own women's cruises, and it's been fabulous. But, you know, I want to bring up one other point that we're talking about, too. We were just talking beforehand about connection and how fun this will be. But the thing that I think really makes this different is that it's a spiritual cruise. It's going to be fun. You're going to be dancing and drinking and doing whatever you want to do. But for those people who want to have a vacation that has depth to it, that, you know, we're going to be having, you know, workshops and times together where we're, you know, in meditation and praying and having this other component that a normal cruise wouldn't have, or even just a regular, you know, a group cruise. We're going to have that component of going deeper and connecting with spirit. And, you know, I always want to address people that think that a cruise is just going to be this wild party time. And, you know, that one of the things I've loved about cruising is that, and maybe because I'm always seeking this stillness in me, that I would always find these places on the ship, because you were mentioning how big this ship is and how many people will be there. Sometimes people get intimidated by that. But you know what? It's amazing. Every ship I've ever been on, you can find those places where there's nobody around. You know, you go to the top, like I would do my walking late at night, you know, on the top deck, and there's like nobody. And I would find these places that were so sacred within this floating hotel with a gazillion people on it. You'd have these places that were just, you could just be with yourself and meditate or whatever you want to do. So it's really that balance. You can have it all, where you can have that depth and those deeper connections with people, and then have parties and dancing and go crazy.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, there's going to be so much to do on the ship if you want to do stuff on the ship, but you can also do so much stuff with us and stay with us. If you just ended a relationship and you feel like you are all alone and you don't know what you could possibly be grateful for at this point, if you come and join us on this cruise, we'll show you what you can be grateful for, because you're going to make new friends. You're going to belong. You're going to have a tribe, and you are not going to be lonely. And it's going to be a type of a spiritual cruise that is not a religious cruise. Right. It's a spiritual cruise where we delve into spirituality and gratitude, the spirituality of gratitude. Finding the golden nuggets of life that can be buried so deeply in our hearts and in our minds. So yes, if you feel like you're alone right now, come and join us. You won't be alone. And what I found on a really big cruise ship, because I love them big, for the simple reason, when you've got a really big cruise ship, you have a lot of space to get away if you need solitude. When you're on a smaller cruise, it seems like you're always bumping into somebody, that you just don't have those places that you can go and be by yourself. There's not as much room. There's not as much space. You can't find that little corner. So Temple, tell us a little bit about what you are going to do on the cruise.
Well, that'll be interesting when January comes for me to, see what that is.
Oh, it's going to be a surprise.
Well, in all, I'm trying to be a comedienne like Karen there. And Karen and I have worked together at First Unity before because she's traveled like all over this country and others. But that being said, this is such a great investment in yourself. And the beauty of how Ari and I design these cruises is we take over the large meeting rooms within the body of the hotel, and we have our own assigned rooms the entire week. And we create it and design it around times that you can do anything else too. So it's not that you're living in choosing one or the other. I mean, afternoons are bingo and poolside bikinis and, wet shirts and all of that.
And that's what we're really into the most.
Right. That's really where we're going. Karen and I will see you out there. But, and Kat too. But that being said, we design it on the days at sea. And so we'll have people doing workshops. We'll have Karen doing musical workshop and retreat, and Kat doing her Unmasking the Dreams. We have Kat's husband who'll be doing his next new book on spirituality and quantum physics. It's now a bestseller and being offered in other countries. And just a lot of informative, well-rounded humans that you get to be with. And like many of you, I've traveled a lot of places and gone to conferences and spent a lot of money and never get to meet the person doing the lecture, or they're always so busy, or they stage left out the back door and you thought you're going to get to meet them. On a cruise, it's different. It gives you an opportunity to really get to know a lot of the workshop leaders and their hearts and who they are. And as of right now, I'll probably talk about, my life's biggest lessons, and that's when did you die and when did you start living again? And I mean, that's a conversation that's an everyday conversation. What gave me life today and what depleted my energy today? And so I'm always working with that, because that's not an arrival conversation. It's one that you're working with all the time. And that power of gratitude just brings it all home. So I'm going to be singing Karen Drucker's song a lot.
Yeah.
You'll be a Druckette. You'll be a Druckette.
I'm a Druckette. I am.
Druckette.
I'm telling you, once she gets in your heart, you will.
And mine, you're singing the song all the time.
All the time. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh, that is good. Well, you said something that was important. You spend a lot of money to go to a lot of these events, and Peter and I went to one just lately, and it was like, you had the speaker up there, you had a huge, gigantic room full of people, and I just felt like an ant, in all the people, and you didn't get to interact or ask questions or do any of that stuff. And that's what I like about small, intimate groups, that one-on-one. Not only am I going to get to sing songs with Karen, but I'm going to get to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner with her if I want, or not. Maybe I'll go off by myself with my husband and have a nice romantic evening, or maybe I will send him with Karen and I will go have a romantic evening just by myself. Perfect. And Kat, we were talking not long ago about how sometimes people react, their initial reaction to a cruise is that, oh, that seems a bit high. No rental car, no hotel. I mean, here starting hotels are what, 400? And where Karen, you are, is way up there too. That's per night. No expenditures on hotels. No 3 and 4 meals a day that you're going out, whether it's coffee or a full meal. And when you add all that up, it is so effective cost-wise. And that you are getting fed by strong convention leaders. I mean, the people that are going to be on this cruise, I mean, we've been around, and been part of retreats and been in the groups, and we're seasoned to what we're going to bring to you, is my point. We're not strung out on our egos. We all operate from our hearts, but it's a wonderful opportunity. And to me, where I am today and how I see our culture today, we're way past just going and listening to someone talk at us or perform at us. It's the engagement that happens after. Yes.
We really integrate the knowledge or the comparable or the insight. And that's where it really matters.
Yes.
We go to a lot of these programs and we go, oh, yay, more sound bites. I bought a new t-shirt. And then we go home and go, now what am I supposed to, how do I do that? How do I integrate that? But if you have an opportunity with like-minded people to talk about it and discuss it and go over to lunch about it, you talk about how you've been impacted and affected, and you have a pivotal moment of shift. And that's really what we need, especially coming out of this pandemic time that, it's just, we all can use a little soul retrieval for sure.
Yes.
I'm going to pick up on what you just said, Temple, that it's like, I think one of the things that happens when you go, well, first of all, even what you just said about, the individual things of, renting a car, here's your hotel. The fact, because I used to work on a cruise ship. I actually worked on American Hawaii cruises, which was, oh my God, it was like one of the best gigs I ever had. And we were just dumped at each island every day. It was so great. And you're not having to fly from island to island. You were just, it's like, it's your own room with your clothes in the same place, and you just get to go and, go off. But one of the things in all of my own retreats that is like the most important part is I always make a big deal about breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that we have time to hang out with each other. And that's the other thing, when you go to just, listen to a speaker, you're going and doing that, but then you're just going home. But the idea that after that talk, you have questions and you're thinking about stuff and you just want to just brainstorm and, just get some more opinions about things. The fact that you all go off to lunch and get to hang out. I would always make a big deal about, I don't want to rush any mealtime, because that mealtime is as important as anything. It's even more important than anything I'm saying in my workshop. That process of connecting and talking and sharing ideas is what it's all about. So that's the other benefit of being on, oh, look at the baby. Oh God, look at that little baby. So, I mean, that's one of the things about a cruise is that it's not typical, it's not like you're going to just go see this lecture and then go home. You're going to get to share. And
you're not going to sit. Yeah. And you're not going to sit there so that your butt muscles go to sleep. I can't take it. We have to take a break. So we're going to take a break on butt muscles right now, going to sleep. You are listening to Dreaming Healing on Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. I'm your host, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos. We're going to be right back. Don't go away.
What if dreams can diagnose your life? What if we can meet the love of our life in dreams? Join host Kat O'Keefe Kanavos, the #1 internationally best-selling author of Dreams That Can Save Your Life, written with Duke University medical doctor Larry Berg. Dreaming Healing is where we'll explore dreams, research, and interpret dreams from you, the caller. Dreaming Healing shows can be heard every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Omega Institute, offering workshops, retreats, and online learning dedicated to awakening the best in the human spirit. For over 40 years, Omega has seen more than 1 million people come through its doors to grow, learn, and find a greater sense of purpose. Located in Rhinebeck, New York, just 90 miles north of New York City, Omega's natural environment and quiet pace allow for extraordinary experiences to unfold. Learn more at eomega.org or call 800-944-1001.
Why are we here? How can we be happy? Questions asked from millennials to boomers. Crappy to happy. Sacred Stories of Transformational Joy answers them using true stories of grit, grace, and love. James Redfield, author of The Celestine Prophecy, wrote in the foreword, "This book is a seminar about emerging truths and offers grounded solutions through the art of the comeback." Dr. Bernie Siegel, a contributing author, wrote, "Bodies die, but spirits and consciousness survive and recycle." So, grab some tissues, open your book, and prepare to cry and laugh till it heals. Crappy to Happy by Reverend Ariel Patricia and Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos. Available from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and booksellers worldwide. Darkest hours to brightest moments. Transformation from despair to happiness. And chaos to clarity. Real people, real pain, real healing. Life-threatening illness, death, abusive relationships, divorce, and overcoming addiction are challenges these men and women faced head-on. See how they emerged stronger and happier. Buy the new book, Chaos to Clarity, Sacred Stories of Transformational Change by Reverend Patricia Caginello and Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos. Available on sacredstoriespublishing.com and worldwide through Amazon and other retailers.
This is Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, Kanavos, and you're listening to Dreaming Healing on Dreamvisions 7 Radio. And our guests today are Karen Drucker and Reverend Dr. Temple Hayes. We're talking about a cruise we're going to do together, and we're hoping we can convince you to come party with us, because we're going to have such a good time. It's a gratitude cruise, Spirit at Sea gratitude cruise. And so we're talking a lot about this gratitude cruise. And for the end of the show, I want to talk about gratitude. You know, what is it? To me, gratitude on this gratitude cruise is going to be not having to make reservations, restaurant reservations every night, hoping that I can get in, and paying exorbitant prices for a dinner that's, you know, so-so. That happens when you're traveling and you're a tourist. Everything is right there on the boat. If I want to eat off the boat, I can, but chances are I won't, because there are a number of restaurants on board. But let's start with you, Temple. What is gratitude to you? How do you see that? And how would you suggest our audience listening, what is one thing that they can do to show gratitude and embrace gratitude?
Well, to me, gratitude brings me totally in alignment with the word trust and being in the now. And so it's the acceptance of what is. And there, when we get into that place that we relax, our adrenals stop working, our dog stops barking, and I'm going to pass to Karen because nature must be knocking, and then I'm going to come back and complete that idea. How about that?
Okay. All right, Karen.
So yeah, you know, one of the things that I have found with gratitude in my life is that I think sometimes we feel pressure, like you hear the word gratitude so much. It's like people think I have to live in gratitude all day long. And if I'm not, what's wrong with me? I'm not spiritual enough. And, you know, I think gratitude can be just those moments of awakening of just, oh, right now, this cup of coffee. Oh, right now, even thinking about this cruise. You know, oh, this friend of mine that I love speaking to, you know, oh, I get to call this person and have a great conversation. It's those little, I call them little gratitude bites, little gratitude moments. And, you know, so one of the main songs I will definitely be singing on this cruise is this just, it's this little chant that just says, gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. And then you just open up your arm and say, I'm so grateful. And you give it to yourself. I'm so grateful. Then you put your hands out and think of all the people you love. I'm so grateful. Then you release it and let it go. I'm so grateful. And to me, I love singing that song because it's about gratitude is all around me. All I have to do is wake up and notice it. And if I'm in that place of checking my cell phone and what's my to-do list, and, you know, in that place with blinders on, I'm not opening up to just going, oh, I just look at the sun hitting that flower. You know, so I think when you put all those gratitude moments together, it can be a life of gratitude. But I think it's allowing it to be that it can be just those small moments that you go, oh, right now I feel blessed. Oh, right now I feel. And that to me is you practice that enough, you live in that state. And then, you know, we forget, we go off, someone cuts us off in traffic, but then you come back. Oh, I'm grateful that my car works. You know, that kind of, you just keep coming back.
Yes, you keep looking. You know, if you look for it, you will find it.
Right.
And it's just as easy to be grumpy and say, oh, you know, that person cut me off. I think I'm going to go cut him off back and blah, 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 versus going, oh, you know, thank goodness that person cut me off because maybe I would have gotten in an accident down there. I'm so grateful for this moment. And it's, you know, a lot of people may say, well, I'll be grateful when I get home, or I'll feel gratitude when this happens, or gratitude when that happens. And I have found that the strongest gratitude I ever feel is when I feel it right then, being in that moment, no matter what it is. I'm grateful that Google, didn't turn back on and start talking to us all. However, my phone just did, if you heard that buzz. So all of my equipment in my house is in sync with me right now. And for that, I have tremendous gratitude. I know that I am in sync with the universe, and the universe is in sync with me. Somebody else may run around and, my phone just changed itself again. It just changed to, and I took this off, Dreamvisions 7 host and guest dial-in number. I had Bob on there.
I think you have angels that are, the archangels are tapping into
I had Bob on there so we could text each other back and forth, and this came up, so I took it off again and put Bob on there, and this just came back saying, the guest dial-in number. So I think there might be a lot of spirits on the other side listening to our show right now going, yeah, you know what?
Absolutely.
I want to unmask my dreams.
Absolutely.
And they may be on the show with us. So Temple, tell us a little bit about, what is gratitude?
Well, I was, really identifying with what Karen was saying, because after a while, words are, disused like as conceptual ideas like authenticity, original, what does that mean? And it's like, yada, yada, yada. But to me, gratitude, it's a real practice. It generates an intentional spirit. And I like to say that gratitude is based upon what I see, and it sets me up for grace, which I cannot see. So it's likened to the idea of when we are attentive to what is working, we then allow a space for more things to work effectively. When we are focusing more on what nature is giving us, then we're not into this energy of lack consciousness, really, of any kind. But it is a practice, and it's a daily practice. And it keeps our heart open. At least it does for me. It keeps me in this vulnerable place of having that childlike energy. It's like it gets us back to that 360 degree of, wow, oh my gosh, look around. We're so grateful. And we start out that way in life, and it's so easy to become programmed or have people tell us certain things about ourselves, which we believe, and we become then less than. And so it continues to activate our heart and open us up to that childlike capacity of being in awe, really. I mean, I'm in awe that I have doubled my life expectancy based upon how crazy I used to live. There's always something to be in awe of. Yes. I'm in awe of being here, with the two of you and with Bob, that we have the means on being baby Zoomers, that we can communicate with people all over the world just by turning on a computer. So the list goes on and on and on. And it just, the more you step into it, the more you have. And you just don't have room for the things that you don't want to bring into your consciousness anymore.
That's right. You learn how to put them down and not pick them back up. I often tell, some of my clients, when you're playing, life is like a game of cards. And you've got your cards in your hand, and you pick up a card, it's a great card, and you're trying to determine which card to discard that doesn't fit your hand with what you're playing with now and where you're going. And it's amazing how many people will discard a card that doesn't work, and then they regret it and they can't wait to pick it back up again. I think I'm grateful for being able to let go with love and never really feeling like I have lost anything by doing so. That's one of my biggest gratitudes, to let go with love and know that I am moving on and that it's a good thing, and that whatever I have put down is going to take root there. I didn't destroy anything. I simply put it down. And I'm always grateful for when I can remind myself of that and move forward. The other thing I love about this cruise is the amount of bonding that everybody in this group is going to do for life. You will, we will all now have a new tribe. I think tribes are really important. So we're down to our last couple of minutes. So I just want to thank you both for being on the show with us tonight, Karen and Temple. It's going to be a great cruise. And for all of you listening, if you're not sure that this is what you would want to do, hey, call up on the 800 number and talk to Michelle. You don't have to. Nobody's going to twist your arm. They're not going to see you. You will be on a phone. And that's 800-658-6869. Take a chance. Come and join us. Come have fun. So cruises are back, and in a great way to meet new friends. Hey, future lovers. And celebrate our gratitude while we are waited on hand and foot. And we deserve it. Repeat that to yourself. We deserve it. Yes, come cruise with us. And on that note, dreams that can save your life, early warning signs of cancer and other diseases. And you can see I use it all the time. It's just been translated into Chinese. So it's now in Italian, and it's in Chinese, and I am going to be using this book and bringing it on the cruise. So thank you again, everybody, for joining us on Dreaming Healing. Join us again the first and third Tuesday of every month. Talk about dreams all the time. And I just want to thank our guests one more time for being with us. And we will definitely have to get Ari B. Boris on the show to talk about cruising, because cruising is coming back in a very big way. So good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kanavos, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, and you've been listening to and watching Dreaming Healing on Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. Remember, everybody dreams, but some dreams save lives.
Thank you for joining us this evening, and a big thanks to our producer. Tune in next time to Dreaming Healing for more cutting-edge research, live dream interpretations, and stories with radio host and award-winning author Kat O'Keefe Kanavos. Listen every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Time with call-in live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. Remember, everyone dreams, but some dreams save lives. Live your dreams. Find more about Kat at KathleenO'KeefeKanavos.com. That's Kathleen with a K. OKEEFEKANAVOS, or The Queen of Dreams on Google search.
This is Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.